Hi, all. Good morning. So, in the last class, we discussed about total three servers. One is web server, and also we discussed about database server, and also we discussed about SMTP server. Okay. So let's go and discuss about remaining servers. Next one is file server. So file server, in the name itself, it is suggesting so we can store the files. How we can store the files based on the team wise. So it is centralized storage device or maybe database where we can store the files. That server we can call it as file server. And according to team wise, we can go and we can store these files. So now we can give the privilege or access or grants or permission based on the team wise. We should not give the access to entire file server to each and every end user. So example, maybe HR team in here. We have to provide the HR file access to only HR team. In case is application development team, so then whatever files they are storing, we have to give the access to only those files. In the similar way, cybersecurity SOC team, so whatever we are storing the files, so then we have to give access to only our files. So according to our team wise, and also whether we can read or write or view, so according to these are all the roles and responsibilities, our role based access controls also, we can go and we can give the access to the file server. So that server we can call it as a file server where we can go and we can store all the files. Nowadays we are not using file server that much, but we are using it. Is not like compulsory we are not using anymore. We are using. So most of the people or most of the organization what they are trying to do. So all these files they are storing in the OneDrive and Google Drive. So in the OneDrive or Google Drive, so they are creating based on the team wise and whatever team needs. So we are going and we are uploading the files and respect to candidates. So they are going and they are accessing those files. So that is the way how the completely trend is changed. But especially wherever government sector or critical infrastructure companies are existing, those companies they will not trust cloud. For those companies still they are following the centralized file server where we can go and we can store the files. Otherwise non-critical files we can store in the okay, so these cloud environments, and critical files we can store in the so our on-premise file server. So that is about overall file server. So it is centralized server where we can store all the files based on team wise. So example of team wise, example HR team. So whenever any okay candidate was attending the interview, HR team they will create based on the candidate name. So whether he is cleared the first round or second round or maybe third round or offer already released. So those files they can go and they can create. Or maybe okay people are onboarding into the organization, or maybe so candidates are resigning from the organization. So those things they can go and they can create. So example HR, legal, application development, so security team, okay, Windows team, Unix team, so MLAI, and so on. So this is the way how we can store off our files, and we should not give access to okay. For example, maybe we are belongs to HR, so we should not access to legal. We should not access to application development. We should not access to security team. Maybe you are belongs to Windows team, so I will give access to only Windows team. Okay, file access only to you or folder to you. Remaining all other folders, I can't give access to you. So this one can be done by file administrator. Whoever is file managing and maintaining, that person we can call it as file administrator or file server administrator. So this file server administrator, according to the what is the level of the access you need, so then he can go and he can give the grants or permission or access or privilege to you. So that is the way how we can control or safeguard. We should not leak our confidential data. So that is called file server administrator you can give the based on the team wise or based on the roles wise which data okay end user has to see and which which data end user should not see. So according to that one, so you can go and he can provide the respective access to the file server. Okay. Note, file server managed and maintained and configured by file server administrator, file server administrator or file server admin. He can provide the access or grants or permissions. All these are same or privilege based on which files end user has to see or access and which files or folders end user should not access. So that is about overall file server side. So as I mentioned, nowadays everyone is moving to cloud environment. So alternatively, we are storing all the files in the cloud environment. That one I'm providing the note to. Nowadays, we are using or storing all the files in the cloud environment using OneDrive or Google Drive. It depends on which type of cloud environment you have chosen or which type of email you have chosen, whether you have chosen the Outlook Office 365 or whether you have chosen the Gmail or whether you have chosen the Hotmail. It depends on completely what type of vendor you have chosen. Okay, in case most of the companies are choosing okay Outlook or Microsoft Teams, so or Microsoft Suite, so it is like a multiple subscriptions it will come. Even one of the okay, so storing of the files name is called as a OneDrive. So that is about overall file server. And let's go and discuss about next server. Next one is Microsoft servers. So why I have to explain about Microsoft servers? Whenever any security incident is triggered, you should identify, okay, so Microsoft, I can provide both Microsoft end user system and servers. Yeah. Whenever any system or server or got compromised, then what we have to know whether we should know about whether the end user system like laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop is got compromised or else whether it is server got compromised. Why we have to make these differentiation? Why? Because so system can be accessed by only one end user, so that one we can call client, but server can be accessed by multiple users. Okay, so now risk wise or availability wise or business impact wise, server is has more as compared to our end user. So that is the reason you can differentiate whether end user system is got compromised or server got compromised. How can you differentiate that one? If you know about the basics of these Microsoft operating systems and also Unix operating system, then only you can differentiate. So each and every alert is triggered to us. In that alert, we can see the event, what is the username and what is the victim IP and what is the type of the operating system. When you say type of the operating system, whether it is Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 or Windows 9 or 10 or 11, in the similar way, Windows servers 2008 or 2012 R1, 2012 R2, 2016 R1 R2, to 19 R1 R2, 2021 R1 R2, 20. Yeah. So this is the way we can see about OS type also. If you know about OS type, then we can differentiate. Okay, this one is belongs to end user system. This one is belongs to server. So that is the way how we can differentiate whether it is end user system or else maybe it is server. Okay, so How will you know that one? If you know about the basics of these Microsoft and also MacBooks and also even our Unix operating system related. So multiple servers or systems or endpoints. So first I will explain about Microsoft related end user machines or endpoints. So those endpoints are example laptop. We can use laptop, that is called LT. Then we can use workstation, that is called WS. Then we can see DT desktop. So these are the couple of Microsoft Windows related systems we can use. Now under this one, so from the long back 1984, when Charles Babbage is invented the our operating system, we are using Microsoft Windows XP, Microsoft Windows Vista. From there completely, okay, so trend is changed. The latest version of the Microsoft operating system is Windows 11. So what are the different types of endpoints based on the Microsoft endpoint side or operating system side? OS. First one is Microsoft Windows XP. Second one is Windows Vista. So we are not using any more these operating systems. It is completely obsolete or outdated or end of life or end of support. Even Microsoft itself, they are saying that don't use these legacy or older version of the OS. Not only that one, even Windows 7 also. Windows 7. So next one is Windows 8. Next one, Windows 8.1. Next one is Windows 9. Next one is Windows 10. And finally, Windows 11. So the latest version of the operating system of the Microsoft is Windows 11, and Windows 12 is right now it is in development state. So maybe anytime they can go and they can release Windows 12 also. Now, out of these eight, so first three are obsolete or legacy. We are not, yeah, couple of companies are using, but for problem here is they will not get the patch updates. Microsoft itself, they said like we will not release any patch updates to these are the three different types of operating system. So now if you don't do the patch updates, those system has a more impact or more chances are there. Attacker is trying to do the compromise. Okay, so that's why always whenever, okay, Microsoft or MacBook or maybe our Unix operating systems, they released newer version of the OS, then we have to go and we have to upgrade it. Otherwise, so same thing as I mentioned, attack vector and attack surface point of view, more chances are there to get compromised those machines. Okay, so now all these are end users will use, like HR team or legal team, each and every endpoint or each and every employee, they can use these operating systems, either laptop or workstation or desktop. In the similar way, even MacBook also, Mac OS, this one also can be used by end user system, end user only. So from Apple. So third one is Microsoft servers. So here, in case these system is getting compromised, so only one person is going to impact. Whenever if you want to do the analysis and instant investigation or business impact analysis and risk assessment side, so you can go and you can analyze whatever system is got compromised. That's it. So because if you want to do the network isolation or quarantine, so network isolation meaning here, whatever system is got compromised, we have to disconnect from the network. Then we have to make sure that infection should be cleaned out, or we have to take care eradication mitigation part, right? So those scenarios only one end user is going to impact. For example, maybe one of the DevOps person system is got compromised, and now if I want to do the infection cleaning of the DevOps person laptop, now I will disconnect DevOps person laptop from the network. Why I have to disconnect from the laptop? In case if I'm keeping same thing as it is in the local area network, or maybe through wireless LAN, or maybe through virtual private network, maybe that infection will go to other machines also. If the infection should not go to other machine, what we have to do? We have to do the containment or network isolation. At the time of the pandemic and corona also, so they made like containment zones or quarantine zones. Quarantine zones is mainly for the whoever is got already impacted by corona. They should not come to our public areas. So that is called containment zones. Sorry, quarantine zones and containment zones. Containment zones also it is similar to same as it is. Those people should not come and should not mingle with the public or social. Same thing. Why? Because in case the whoever got the corona or whoever is impacting from the corona, if they will come to the public or socially gathering, so are crowded people, so maybe that infection will go to other users also, other people also. So that is called containment zones or quarantine zones, same as it is here also. So if the system is getting compromised, we have to do the containment. Otherwise, that infection will go to other systems also. So that process we can call it as network isolation or containment, same as it is. It will not change. Okay. Now, in case the web person system is getting compromised, so that infection should not go to other systems. Then only I can go and I can disconnect from the DevOps person laptop from the local area network or from the network or virtual private network. So because that infection should not go to other systems. So here only one person is going to impact, but server can be accessed by multiple people. So example, ATM machine, only dedicatedly you, they provide one ATM machine and you are going and withdrawing of the money. It's not like that. So they created ATM machine or they deployed ATM machine for the multiple users can go and can withdraw the money. Okay. So that ATM machine can be accessed multiple. Same thing, server also can be accessed by multiple users. When ATM machine is going to unavailable, there are so many users are going to impact. They can't go and they can't withdraw the money. Obviously, they can go and they can choose the alternative. So our ATM machine. Same way here also. So once the server is getting compromised, not one user is going to impact, multiple users are going to impact. Okay, so that's you should aware of. So now, what are the different types of servers will fall under the Microsoft side? Belongs to OS. Microsoft Windows 2007, Windows 2008, Windows 2012 R1, Release 1, Windows 2012 R2, Windows 2016, Windows 2017. So Windows 2019, Windows 2021. So these are the couple of servers will fall under the part of our server side. Now, example, you received one of the alert under the EDR tool or DLP tool or SIM tool or maybe firewall tool stating that malware got detected. Malware got detected. Now, once that alert is received, now you have to go and you have to see what is the system is getting compromised. So first of all, what is the IP address? What is the host name or computer name or system name? So where the system is located? Then what is the type of the OS? Wherever the type of the OS, you can see the field. So that field, in case it is showing Windows 8, that means, one of the Windows user machine is got compromised or malware got detected. In case you are able to see in that alert, OS type is Windows 2016, that means you can see that is server. If you know about the differentiation or basics of these type of the operating system, then only you can differentiate whether it is a server or whether it is a end user machine. Okay. Now, according to that one, can we go on? Can we do the network isolation or containment from the network? Completely. Okay. So based on the discussion with the asset owner, in case only one end user system like a laptop, workstation, or desktop, or my MacBook is got compromised, directly we can go and we can do the network isolation. But in case if it is a server side, then we should not go and we should not do the network isolation. Why? Because we are not sure about the what the criticality of the server, or what is the priority of the server, what is the business functionality of the server. Okay, then we should go and we should coordinate with the asset owner or server owner. So how many users are going to impact, and how many end users are accessing the server? First of all, is there any applications are running on? Are you maintaining the regular backups or not? In the similar way, are you maintaining the backup server or not? So these are all the couple of questions we have to ask to the respective server owner. Then only we can go and we can think about the containment. Even we'll say we'll do the containment and we'll do the network isolation. Asset owner, they will not accept it. Even client or customer, they will not accept it. In case where the criticality of the server is very high, and also couple of lot of internet facing applications are running on, those applications are accessed by either end users or maybe the public. For suppose I say netbanking.com, or maybe amazon.com, or maybe flipkart.com, or maybe rapido.com. So these servers, wherever these applications are deployed on top of the server, if the server is got compromised, whether only one user is going to impact? No. Amazon.com can be accessed by 192 countries all over the worldwide. Flipkart also same. Okay, Uber also same. So now, in case the that server is got compromised where the Uber is deployed on top of the server, if I do network isolation all over the worldwide, so everywhere they are placing the orders in the Uber to book the ride. So obviously it is not booked it. There are a lot of business impact. There are a lot of financial impact will be there. So that is the reason you should know about the basic of, okay, so what is meant by endpoint and what is meant by server. If you know about these classification, then only, or otherwise you can say differentiation, then only you can conclude that, okay, whether business impact is more or business impact is less. Not only that one, we should contact the even business owner also. So note I am giving. So that is about Microsoft. Note, whenever any security incident is triggered, first identify the type of the OS and also end user name and IP address or victim IP. So main thing is type of the operating system is very, very important. When you say type of the operating system, so here it will show like a OS 2012 or 2016 or 2008, or maybe we can see 2000 Windows 8 or Windows 9 or Windows 10 in such a way. Okay, please remember this concept. So these things we are going to discuss once we are going to the security incident investigations. So I'm giving note to also, in case the server is got compromised, more impact or outage or availability issue existing, unless otherwise identifying about BIA, business impact analysis, and RM, risk management. Please don't do disconnecting the server from network or LAN. So how that is possible and how we know about the business impact analysis and risk management? By coordinating and also by speaking with the asset owner. By speaking with the asset owner, We will come to know. V means here security team. Otherwise, I'll change here security team. Will come to know about the criticality and severity and priority of the server. So that is about node 2. So please remember in future, so always for each and every interview, they can expect one of the question it is belongs to recently what type of security instant investigation you have done, or in your entire career, what is the most or difficult or challenging instant investigation you have done, or otherwise what is the okay, so very in overall entire career, so what is the okay, so very difficult security incident investigation you have done. This is the way how the questions will come. Whenever these type of questions will come, so we have to explain about true positive, not false positive. What is the true positive and false positive? So false positive like a fake incident, it is not happened really. So definition, I actually I forgot to explain this one. One second. So false positive, so it is a fake incident, it is not happened really, but tool will give the alert notification. So that is called false positive. False positive opposite is true positive. So it is got something got compromised. So that is called true positive, and also alert we will receive. System is got compromised and instant happened really, and also alert is triggered. Okay, now whenever you want to explain about the roles and security instant investigation, if you are explaining about the false positive scenario, even though you are 0 to 1 year experience and 0 to 4 years experience, unfortunately you will not crack the interview. Always you have to explain about okay, so something got compromised, but in the practically and reality, you will not do entire as a single alone or individual contributor, that is IC. You will not do everything security instant investigation. So L1 team, L2 team, L3 team with the customer and client continuously coordinating, collaborating. Finally, we can fix that issue, something got compromised. This is the way how the practical. But even though at the time of the interview, they will not expect, even though they will say, you will say the answer. So they know about, okay, you will not do, okay, as a single person, everything end to end. But at least you know the process or not. Example maybe tomorrow you are attending one of the interview for Central Bureau Investigation or Federal Bureau Investigation or National Investigation Agency. And in that interview, they are expecting about one of the murder it's happened. How can you do investigation? Okay, one of the suicide attempt it's happened. How can you do investigation? So as a single person, you will not take care of all the entire process, starting with the FRI file case to till the even closer of the like respective incident, whatever it's happened. So couple of people will be involved to take care of the overall investigation. But you know about the process, how that it will start from the filing of the case and FIR case filing till the okay tracing, nothing but going to the place and gathering of the evidences, and finally so reporting, submitting of the report to the court, and finally closure of the okay, so our overall investigation process. Same way here also, you should, even though you are a L1 or L2 or L3, doesn't matter for them. You should know about the backend process, how it will work. Okay, so maybe up to 0 to 2 years or 3 years, maybe they will not expect that much, but especially 3 plus 4, 3 plus or 4+2 till 20+ years of experience people. So you should know about the entire backend process also. Even though you will not work alone or as an individual contributor, you will not take care of the overall end-to-end security instant investigation. So you have to explain about that even process also. Whenever something got compromised, so how you can go and what you can do and what exactly you have did in the past or maybe in the your overall entire career. So then only you can crack the interview. Okay, please remember this concept also. Now go back.
Uh, Rama sir,
Yeah, please.
sir, when our same tool, we create a rule
Hmm.
regarding any offense. Okay, so
Yep.
that time sim capture the alert. That time this alert come false positive or false true.
No, that is completely we can't go and we can't say that unless otherwise we are doing basic analysis. Whenever any correlation rule you created in the sim
Mhm.
tool, so
Yes, sir.
using the boolean algebra function or maybe using the crypto sorry, not cryptography, using the algorithms, then once the alert is triggered, now you can first and foremost what you can see, log source or data source. What is the log source action and what is the data source action, whether log source action or data source action, whether it is allow or block. First and foremost you have to see that one. So in case log source action is showing as allow, that does not mean that something got compromised. Even so uh, even log source action is showing as a block, that does not mean that it's like a false positive, but basic thing we can say that it's a false positive or maybe it's a true positive. But when the final conclusion it will happen from the victim IP to the attacker command and control machine, is there outbound connections are going or not continuously. So our victim IP or victim machine, so it is reaching to the command and control attacker machine. In case the communication is happening in between our command and control server or attacker server to our victim IP machine, so then in case the communication is happening and TCP three-way handshake is completing, packets are traversing in between the attacker machine to the our victim IP, then we can conclude that something got compromised. So
Right.
by seeing the so coming back to your question, once the alert is triggered, by seeing the instant, we can't say, we cannot conclude that it is a true positive or false positive. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is about so what I want to say here now, whenever these instances are triggered, I'm going too much in depth, but it's very very important, guys. So you can go and you can identify the what is the type of the OS and whether it is system or server or whether it is database, and you can conclude that. So already we discussed about databases yesterday. So those database names at least you have to remember. In the similar way, you have to remember about these Windows machines, and also you have to remember about so these Microsoft servers. Next one is Unix servers. Under the Unix servers, there are so many categories. So first one is RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux server. Next one is CentOS. Next one is Ubuntu. Next one is Debian. Next one is SUSE. Next one is Feroda. Next one is Docker, container. So Docker and container concept I'll explain once we are going to vulnerability management. But so far you can remember Docker and container, it's a part of our Unix servers. Next one, Amazon Linux. There are so many categories. So these are the couple of examples under the Unix. So Red Hat Enterprise Linux and CentOS, Ubuntu, Debian, so SUSE, Feroda, Docker container, Amazon Linux, Azure Linux, GCP Linux, and so on. So these are all the couple of examples part of the Unix OS. Out of all these Unix OS, very famous one is Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Most of the organization they will use RHEL, but wherever the microservice based applications we are using part of the segmentation side. What is mean by microservice based application? One bigger application can be divided into smaller application, and each and every that smaller application or smaller portion of the feature we are going and deploying on top of the Docker and container. So that is called micro. Micro means small. Okay. So that bigger application can be divided into smaller chunks of the application, and we are going and we are taking care of the so overall deployment of the application. Take example Facebook. So Facebook is one of the bigger application. Under that, there are so many features like audio call, video call, and posting of the photos, and posting of the uploading of the videos, or uploading of the photos, and even making a call, making a video call, and audio call, and so on. There are so many features it will do, right? So now video call may be one of the Microsoft based segmentation we can do, and audio call we can do one segmentation. Posting of couple of photos we can do one segmentation, and posting of the videos we can make one segmentation. So this is the way bigger application can be divided into microservices based application development. And everywhere and whatever, for example, maybe audio call we are using the Angular Java. Maybe we are using part of the video call some other programming language, React to JS, or maybe our so posting of the videos maybe we are using HTML, posting of the photos maybe JavaScript. So this is the way how the different product owners are existing part of the SDLC life cycle, and whatever they need and whatever they are going to develop and whatever they are going to deliver according to the product backlog refinement, they can go and they can deliver these features. So how that is possible? Using the Docker and container way, we can go and we can deploy these applications using the pod and also based on the clusters wise. Okay. So now, so these are all. So whenever any system or as I mentioned previously also, whenever any alert is triggered, please go and see that alert is belongs to either Red Hat Enterprise Linux or CentOS or Ubuntu or Debian or Docker or container or maybe Feroda and so on. So in case these are all the different operating system we are able to see, that means you should conclude that that is a part of the Unix. Okay. So these are all the basics of our Microsoft versus Unix side. Now coming back dedicated to servers, these servers, if you are doing the scanning side or OS scanning side, that process we can call it as vulnerability management and vulnerability assessment. Scanning of the servers and identifying the weaknesses or problems or issues or bugs or loopholes. We can call it as vulnerability assessment, and managing of all those vulnerabilities and fixing up all those vulnerabilities by contacting these asset owner or server owner. We can call it as vulnerability management process. That is a part of the infrastructure security. Okay. So next server is Active Directory. This one already we discussed. So this one we can call it as AD. But if you want to integrate Active Directory or security tool, we can use LDAP or LDAPs. Lightweight Direct Access Protocol or Lightweight Direct Access Protocol Security. So now Active Directory, it is a directory of the end user machines, directory of the systems and servers information, everything can be provided Active Directory, similar to like a mobile directory. Okay. This one already explained under the definitions, hope you remember. It is a directory of all the end users machines information or assets informations, end user information, AD groups information or system information is called as Active Directory. Okay. Now, Active Directory, another name, LDAP or LDAPs. So LDAP port number is 389 and LDAP's port number is 636. Because these tools, security tools nowadays, how they are developing. So they are developing either based on the LDAP protocol or maybe LDAP's protocol. Active Directory will use one of the protocol. That protocol we can call it LDAP. Okay. Now Active Directory group, AD group. So grouping of the similar type of employees or similar type of our end users. Example, maybe we are a part of the cyber security, and in our cyber security SOC, we have 10 members and we are recruiting 2 more members. They are part of either L1 or L2. And tomorrow they are joining in our team. Now this Active Directory, whoever is configuring and deploying, those team, what they will do, they will see, okay, this person whom he is reporting. Okay, tomorrow whoever is going to join. Now those people, now how it will they will do? So they will create under the cybersecurity SOC team, because all of our 12 members, now currently we are 10 members, and tomorrow we are going to join by another 2 members. Everybody will report to same manager, and the grouping of the similar type of employees or grouping of the whom you are reporting into manager or director, that is called Active Directory group. Then who will do this configuration? Grouping of these employees or maybe similar type of L1 team or L2 team or L3 team. This one can be done by Windows administrator, assist administrator, or network administrator. It is completely depending on the whether it is small scale industry or medium scale industry or enterprise level scale industry. Okay. Grouping of similar type of employees under one group is called as Active Directory group. Example, one of the DevOps guy. Now I am giving DevOps. Previously I given cybersecurity SOC. One of the DevOps guy or candidate is newly joining into our team. Now Active Directory team will configure new candidate under our team. Is called as Active Directory group. Now note I am giving, each and every security tool we have to integrate with our Active Directory. Why we have to integrate with Active Directory? So whenever any incident it's happening, we should know about whether whose system has compromised, whether really it's compromised or not. We can go and we can track it. If we don't integrate these Active Directory, we are not sure about whose system is about that one. Who is the user and what is the IP address and where he is located, location of the end user, and what is the victim IP. Those details we will miss out. This one already I have shown under the Fortinet firewall. So once we are going to systems tab, so there we can see one of the option name is called Active Directory. So we have to integrate this Active Directory to our each and every security tool. Now once the security incident is triggered or alarm is triggered, now we'll come to know that traceability and tracking easy for us. So and so system and so and so user, so and so IP address is got impacted, and so location. Then we can go and we can so see about where that person is located and what is the laptop or MacBook and workstation is using. We can go and we can check everything in our database. That is called asset inventory. Okay. All security tools, when I say all security tools, so EDR, DLP, file integrity monitoring, Okay. Identity and access management, privilege access management, next generation firewall. Okay. ZTNA, zero trust network access. So next one is our proxy, web application firewall, network IDS, network IPS, SIM tool, extra. All secure tools we have to integrate with the Active Directory. The reason, once the security incident is triggered, traceability or tracking of the whose system is got impacted or system got compromised, whether it is server or whether it is end user system or whether it is laptop or MacBook and workstation. So that's why we can go and we can integrate with the Active Directory. So this is a part of the implementation level. Whoever is configuring the tool, those people who are configuring the EDR tool or DLP tool or file integrity monitoring tool or zero trust network access or SIM tools, they can go and they can integrate this one. Okay. So now note 2, Active Directory configuration implemented and configured by Windows admin status or sysadmin status, system admin status. So these people, they will configure the Active Directory configuration part. So couple of times even our whoever is handovering laptop to us, okay, like asset inventory team or help desk team or network administrators also, it depends completely, or network administrators. But most of the cases, Windows administrators only, they will configure the Active Directory. So that is about Active Directory. And Active Directory integration to security tool. How we can go and we can do that. So using LDAP, so port number is 389, or using LDAPs 636. Using either of the either of the protocol, LDAP or LDAPs, we can go and we can use to integrate our Active Directory to our security tool. Okay, so either we can use 389 or either you can use 636. Let me go and show that one. I think previously I have shown once. So now I am logging into the firewall. So dashboard, network. So even we have to integrate DNS servers also, so that we can discuss. So every secure tool we have to integrate even DNS servers also and SMTP server also. So mainly 3 servers will integrate continuously for any security tool. Those 3 servers are, one is Active Directory, second one SMTP server, third one is DNS server. Couple of places we can integrate couple of other servers also. So now you can see under user and authentication side, under user and authentication, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See under user and authentication side, LDAP server, nothing but Active Directory integration. So I don't have the add option because it's a demo tool, and already some of the people created this one. Click on this one. Now you can see name of the Active Directory. For example, tcshyderabad.com. Example, tcshyderabad.com or tcshyderabad active directory.ad.com and server IP address. So now we have to ask the Windows administrator or system administrator what is the IP address of the Active Directory, because we don't know, because as I mentioned, who will configure the Active Directory? Either Windows administrator or system administrator or network administrator. They will give the Active Directory. You can go and you can ask the Active Directory IP address, or maybe you can give the, you can ask the host name also, anything is fine. So either you can provide the server IP address, or either you can provide the even host name also. Name, you can say slash name, nothing but Active Directory name. What is that Active Directory name? tcshydad.com. That may be our fully qualified domain name or host name. Server port 389. Nothing but they are using LDAP, not LDAPs. In case it is LDAPs, then we can see 636. By default, it will come. Okay. And common name also you can ask our Active Directory team. They will provide the common name and everything they will provide. Just you have to copy paste here. That's it. That's our role. If in case you are a firewall administrator, in case you are configuring the firewall and if you want to integrate with the Active Directory and get these details from the our Windows administrator or system administrator, maybe you are supporting for client or customer, then you ask these details from the client or customer. They will give and we have to do the copy paste here. Then whenever any issue is happening, you can go and you can see whether all those details are appearing. Not only that one, once you are integrating that one, go to the traffic page and you can see about whether username, computer name, and also victim IP name and where he is logging, everything is able to see or not. This is the way how we can test it, whether it is working or not. Okay, this is an example. So now in the similar, this for only firewall I took the example. Same way we can go and we can discuss about EDR and SIM tool and web application firewall and so on. That's why given here everything. We can integrate with all these security tools. Next one is Active Directory types. So first one is on-premise. On-premise meaning a data center. In case the Active Directory is deployed in the our data center, that one we can call on-premise Active Directory. Otherwise, we have the Azure Active Directory in case it's applicable to Azure environment, and AWS Active Directory if it is Amazon Cloud environment. In case if you want to use GCP Active Directory and so on. So these are all about cloud and also Active Directory, whether it is on-premise or cloud. Okay. If I want to explain this one also practical way, so let's go about I'm opening EDR tool now. So I'm opening firewall and also parallelly I'm opening EDR tool also. Because theoretical, you should even understand practical also. Now, suppose EDR tool I'm showing or XDR tool, whatever. So it is loading. So this concept in SIM tool, we can call it as context tables. Endpoint, not endpoint. We have to go to administrator settings tab. We have to go. Yeah. Endpoint, nothing but EDR tool. Server is nothing but server EDR tool. So endpoint EDR, we're going to settings tab. So now you can see first one itself, directory service. So if you want to implement our Sophos ADR tool or XDR tool or any EDR tool, forget about Sophos or Sophos or maybe any other, CrowdStrike or Microsoft Defender EDR tool, XDR tool, or Cortex XDR tool. There are so many. Symantec, 10 Micro, McAfee. There are so many tools are available. Directory service. Manage your directory service to synchronize users, devices, groups with the Sophos Central. That's what I provided definition also. What is mean by Active Directory? For that one, once you are clicking on this one, so they integrated with the directly on-premise Active Directory. So is there any adoption here? So there is no adoption here. So they integrated with the, okay, so on-premise Active Directory. That name is called AD underscore corp underscore corp means corporate underscore sophosservice.com. And here description they provided this one, and you can see here domain name is corp.sophos service corporate. Corp means corporate sophos service.com. DC1, DC means okay, data center 1. So data center 2 means disaster recovery site. So this is the version of the our Active Directory. So this is part of our directory services. It's on-premise Active Directory. Now this is on-premise Active Directory. How did I say this one on-premise Active Directory? I can't see anywhere Azure or AWS or GCP. I can see DC. What is mean by DC? Not domain control here, data center. We have domain control. DC means domain control also there. But in our scenario, DC meaning here, okay, so data center. So data center meaning here on-premise Active Directory. So this is the way how the theoretical and practical you have to compare or correlate. Okay. So on-premise data center, or this is also called DC. This definition is already provided. What is meant by data center? What is meant by domain controller? What is meant by disaster recovery at DR? So that is about overall Active Directory. And I have shown practically also to integrate with the firewall team, to integrate with our Sophos CDR team. Next one is domain controller. So domain control is called DC. So this DC is data center. Don't get confusion here and there. How you are in functionality feature wise, it will vary. So domain controller, what exactly it will do? It will do authentic authorization part. Once you are entering the our username and password to your laptop or MacBook and workstation or desktop, so that request it will go to domain controller, and domain controller it will validate you are a part of the domain or not. In case you are a part of the domain, then only it will provide the approval part. Otherwise, you will not, you can't go and you can't access. It will throw one of the errors stating that you are not part of the domain. Please go and contact the administrator. Then we have to go to our help desk team, our service desk team, or whoever is provided a laptop to us. Otherwise, you can go and you can call to toll-free number, water company is using IT number. Then they can go and they can create under your corporate IT wise. So this is the way how the resolution also we can go and we can fix it. It is centralized authentication and authorization server. It will do authentication from the front end, mainly for authorization side. The centralized authorization server. Whenever user is providing credentials to authenticate endpoint or an asset, EC it will verify whether the end user is a part of the domain or not. In case The domain is part of our domain, our corporate domain. Then only DC will approve it or authenticate it or authorization it will do. So that is called domain controller. Now couple of examples of domain controls are, example domains are tcs.com is the domain, cts.com is the domain, accenture.com is the domain. Okay, so microsoft.com is the domain. Okay, so nokia.com is the domain. So these are all the domains. So before handovering the laptop, so first your username and password, they can go and they can create under this domain. Couple of times what will happen, these image whatever they are using by corporate IT team, they forgot, okay, your username creating under the domain name. Whenever they will forget it, then obviously you will face one of the issue. You are not a part of the domain name. Please contact your so network administrator or Windows administrator to fix the problem. That time we have to take the laptop to our corporate IT team or help desk team, or maybe you can call them. Then finally they can fix it. So this is the way how the we have to fix the issue. Now, what is security point of view? We have to take care. Security point of view, we have to make sure that Active Directory should be safe and secure. Our domain control also safe and secure. Okay. Note. So already previously we discussed about whenever security incident is triggered and username is not showing, and in case username is not showing, which team we have to contact. That one already we discussed in the yesterday class. So part of the our DNS server explained. So same thing, it will repeat once again. I'm not repeating once again. So those things will fall under same thing. In case the IP address or username is missing, which team we have to contact? We have to contact the Windows administrator or system administrator to fix that issue. And a couple of times what attacker will do compromising the Active Directory also. Couple of times attacker will compromise Active Directory also. Those attacks we can call it as golden ticket attack, silver ticket attack. Okay, so it is one of the favorite interview question for Capgemini. So and also TCS, UST Global, and couple of other companies also. What is mean by, how the attacker will compromise the Active Directory, or how the attack will compromise the domain controller? Indirectly they are expecting, not directly they are not asking. Directly they are not asking. What they are asking? So they are asking about, so is it a possible to compromise Active Directory? If it is a possible, what is that attack name is called as? That attack name is called golden ticket attack, or silver ticket attack, or platinum ticket attack. Okay, Active Directory compromise we can call it as golden ticket attack or silver ticket attack. Or directly they will ask also, what is meant by golden ticket attack or what is meant by silver ticket attack? Once these attackers are compromising these Active Directories, then our team will come into picture. How he is trying to compromise, whether he has stolen the credentials or whether he has done the flooding category of the attacks like a DOS or DDoS, how he entered into the organization, what is the recon selection of the target. Those things we can go and we can identify part of our Active Directory attacks wise using the security investigation side. So these attacks we can discuss once we are going to the network and cyber attacks. So next one, couple of domain control authentication mechanisms are couple of domain controller authentication mechanisms are, already we discussed this one, SAML. So SAML full form is security assertion markup language. Security assertion markup language. So once you are providing the username and password, either it can use SAML authentication mechanism. It is only client side, sorry, server side authentication. Only domain control it will validate. Client side it will not validate. Once the only one side, not two side, not mutual. Okay, second one is Kerberos. Kerberos already I discussed. It's a mutual authentication mechanism. So second one is Kerberos. It is mutual authentication mechanism. Third one is NTLM. When you say mutual here, client and server, nothing but your laptop side and also domain control side. Mutual meaning here, endpoint, laptop, endpoint and domain controller. Here only domain controller. NTLM. So NTLM full form is here network LAN manager. This configuration also can be done by our Windows administrators only. This one also domain controller side. So these are the three different types of authentication mechanisms we can use once the user is providing the username and password, either laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop. Okay. Server side is different. Server side we can use, you can see here server side, I mean network side is different. Network side we can use part of our radius and taxos. Yeah, you can see radius server here. This is for networking side. If you want to access local area network or wide area network or virtual private network, we can use radius server, remote access dial-in user. So this remote user dial-in access, IP address and also password. Secret means password. Okay, this is on the networking side. This one already I explained, I think, under the definitions. Endpoint side, network side, and also client side. Please go through this one. Somewhere I discussed, I remember. So this is on the endpoint side. Networking side, I will discuss later. Please remember on the endpoint side now. When you say endpoint here, so either through laptop, either through MacBook, either through workstation, or either through desktop. Now go back to our main course content and syllabus here. So DNS servers and records are completed. Active Directory, all these servers are completed. Networking commands. So next topic is networking commands. Network commands. Why we have to use these network commands? Whenever if you want to do troubleshoot, or whenever if you want to do the debugging of the incident, or we have to take care of the security incident investigation, or maybe through forensic analysis. So that time we can use these networking commands. So because couple of times we can't go and we can get all the information in the directly security incident itself. Network commands can be used for troubleshooting, implementation, fixing the problem, or security incident investigations and forensic analysis. We can use these networking commands. And couple of commands we are going to discuss now. Example network commands are, so we will discuss about ping command. So second one we discussed about how to get IP address, and we can discuss about how to get MAC address of the system. Then we can discuss about ARP table information. Then we can discuss about NS lookup. Already I explained all these, almost 5 to 6 I already explained in the previous classes. But anyway, I want to repeat all these. And trace route, ROUT, sorry, trace route. Next one, ping path, system name or host name. This is not path, ping path, path ping. Yeah. So these are all the couple of, okay, so comments we can discuss in the tomorrow class. I can show practically all these. And if you want to, okay, so verify this one and what is the application we have to use, we have to use command prompt. Okay, if you want to verify these networking commands, what is the, okay, so command prompt, tool we have to use or app we have to use, command prompt. Go to search button and click on command prompt and you can enter these commands. Okay, then you can verify how we have to fix and how we have to troubleshoot or how we have to verify the information or how we have to take care of the analysis related to security incident or forensic wise. Okay. Out of all these, very important one is trace route interview question. But we will not use regularly trace route. We'll use regularly NS lookup and ping. We'll use ping and NS lookup regularly. But interview question is trace route. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. And so tomorrow I'll complete all these. And after that, I will start network architecture diagram. That is very important. I forgot here. Network architecture diagram. So that is next topic. That is important. Already has shown, but I want to explain in-depth analysis. So that's it. Good. That's it for today, guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye.
Good night, sir.